Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. We're about 1 minute into the first. The offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes in there.
And how about the timing from Duncan on the glass, getting there to collect that offensive rebound and the putback.
And that one's good by Giannis.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. It's a 5-point game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Mitchell wide open. Here's Giannis. Can't hit that one. Good D by LeBron. Antetokounmpo, no good. West All-Stars off to a quick start here.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nikola Jokic.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look,
Westfall.
we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Puts it up off the inbound. East grabs the miss. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down. And at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Jokic with the steal. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. For three, Mitchell. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
You got to chase Mitchell out of the corner, or he will drain those all night.
For three, Tim Duncan with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
On the wing, Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. The West again. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Here's James. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass.
Second team
That's a
foul.
nice dunk to finish it off.
At the line for the open.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense. And that's LeBron, one of the best front court playmakers. That is something you just can't teach.
Antetokounmpo.
East All-Stars foul.
Duncan with the block.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
At
The
line
West
for the
All-Stars
away
have
team.
gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Eastern All-Stars ball.
58 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Mitchell. Towns trying to get open.
Donovan Mitchell.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one doesn't go. It's his 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So
East All-Stars
smooth.
foul. Giannis
And the foul
Antetokounmpo.
called on Antetokounmpo.
Second personal foul.
So that will be his second
Team
foul of the
foul.
game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to
The
shoot
line for
2.
the away team.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Antetokounmpo, no good. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the West. It's deflected. Jokic with the steal. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Wilkins with the stuff.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. It's been all about Dominique Wilkins for the
Your
East.
East All-Stars. 25. The West All-Stars. 23.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted. There's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. I appreciate that report.
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Duncan. Goes back up.
Tim Duncan.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Make some noise for T-shirt time! Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack! Get ready for your East All-Star.
So both teams changing it up here.
Give them a hand, fans. Your youth dance.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
Get going.
Peyton from outside. It's rebounded by the West. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Here's Rose. And the rejection by James.
Merciless swat by LeBron, not wasting the chance to make a statement with his defense.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Donovan Mitchell.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up and banks it in. And now a 4-point West All-Star lead.
And the move and the basket, SGA has the defense shook.
Wilkins can't get it to go.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That is a tough shot.
Here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Second
And the
personal
foul on Derrick Rose.
First team foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Duncan can't hit. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the East. Trailing by 2.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that three when he's got some daylight.
Here's Jokic. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. From about 16. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Western All-Stars.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Duncan. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Mitchell. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
East ball.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
Rose. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the shot
Shai
goes in.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
And now it's a 3-point West All-Star lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second chance opportunities just with effort.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Sinks the three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 24.